Hopefully the cops don't get called on me.
Why?
Because we're making all kinds of noise, Joey.
No, we're not.
It's not that loud?
Fuck them. Let's open.
Did a 0 to 50 custom draggy. 3.44 seconds without the intercooler. Pretty good. I'll do it again. .41, 3.44. That's on the WS150 tune.
Okay. Okay.
It's dusty.
It is dusty.
I must have went through some dirt, eh?
Yeah, it's dirty.
Should I flash the... I just think doing the factory tune would be pointless with the clutching that's in it right now.
Yeah, it'd be pointless.
So we'll put the intercooler back on it, flash the WS160 tune, and then test that.
Sure.
That's a 15 horsepower increase. So.
Cool.
That came off. 3.19. Do it one more time. My hat came off, but it went right here. Are you following it?
What are we doing?
We're freaking putting the freaking pump in, dude. Gotta get this freaking tent out. Wow. Isn't that just concerning as hell? Thank you, Can-Am. Yeah, let's see though.
So we're just swapping, we're just straight swapping it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna swap the pumps, but if you take this off, you can see the pressure regulator. It's like pretty interesting because it's just like literally a ball and spring.
Zoom in.
It's pretty wild. In the beginning, I tried to. Chad Dutch from Dr. Power Sports will mod these pressure regulators. I tried in the beginning. I tried like a little aluminum insert, but it didn't work. I don't know what he's doing. I never looked at his, but it was designed this or just put injectors in it. So they just put injectors in it.
Morty.
Yeah, so put this thing in, it takes some rotations, but there's an arrow on this pump housing, and that arrow points, I guess, you'd be perpendicular to this bar here. So if you put that in there, rotate this thing a little bit, rotate it back so it clears, and you gotta rotate it like that. That's how it's gonna work. Should have put the gasket in first. Do the hard way. It's easier to put the gasket in the tank and then carefully slide this thing in there.
Try to light. I always say that and then it shows up fine on it.
So we'll line that up.
Seal messed up on that side.
This.
And then it went back in.
4.3. That one was a lot shittier at the beginning of the year. We'll do one more. Get some data. Definitely quicker to actually not brake loose. It's like almost like trash control coming out.
Yeah.
When I brake loose it a little bit harder the second time, and it spins really hard out of the hole, but if you just like kind of just lay into it, it takes off so much better. So
Cool.
we'll see what the RPM is with this clutching.
Talk and go.
Are you ready?
Yeah. I have to start talking.
So, I'm not gonna start on that. Because I always say every fucking time. We installed the 2018 fuel pump and our WS170 tune, and we also added a catch can. We noticed, I pulled it off just to take a look at it, and we're definitely blowing oil into the intake. So it's gonna make the machine want to knock and things like that. So I added the catch can, which I didn't do it on the dyno. We're just doing some acceleration testing with a draggy. So the 160 tune was definitely not as powerful, so it's kind of difficult to get to 60 mile an hour in my, I guess, my distance that I had. But the 170 is definitely getting us there. So I did 3 or 4 tests, and I just did like a 4.16 and a 4.21 0 to 60. But this has the X160 clutch kit from KWI in it, which the RPM is just a smidge high. It's like 8,200. So we're going to add some tip weight and go test it some more. Hopefully we can get some like 4.0 0 to 60s getting this clutching right. So yeah, it's insane amount of time taking this thing apart, but I guess it's all for the better good for you guys, right? So we're gonna just swap 2 weights in the beginning, leave everything else the same. It's still on the factory 652 belt, so it hasn't broken. But the next step here, I may end up just doing the KWI float mod just to make sure that I don't smoke these belts. So yeah, stay tuned. I didn't talk about the
That's good too.
the WS160. I got, I think, 2 0 to 60s that actually recorded, but I might have been slowing down, or at least not accelerating anymore. But it did like a 4.46, I think, with the 160 tune. 0 to 50s is really what I was comparing in the beginning. The 150, no, the 150 did a 4.46. The 160 did a 1.35 or something like that. So the 150 is definitely not far behind. But now we're starting to get the horsepower up. We may end up doing, if I have enough time today, I'll get this WS170 clutched and done, and then we may toss injectors in it, turn the boost up even more. But intake air temp is starting to get up with the factory intercooler and fan. It may be a good test to do our big Garrett core intercooler and see how much better it does, especially like at the very end when we're trying to make, it accelerates really quick out of the hole and then kind of falls off up top as intake temp rises. So that having an intercooler with cooler air charge may give us the power to get a sub 4 seconds 0 to 60 on the stock injectors in the 2018 fuel pump. So we'll see how it goes.
What is this update? What?
We changed the clutching again. Okay. So we changed all 4 weights.
So it's still 170?
Still 170.
All right.
A. Yeah, see?
423, 429.
Does it 0 to 60?
Yeah. It's actually slightly worse. But RPM it wasn't so jumpy as before. I'll take a look at the clutching.
RPM is still the
Yeah, it
odd.
was 8,000. It looked good.